So Brandon Aiyuk to the Washington Commanders may not be as simple as we once thought. A new update came out that may have changed the Washington Commanders' whole perspective and draft plan surrounding Brandon Aiyuk. So what's plan B? Let's talk about it. Fellas. That intro got me a little teared up because y'all noticed it's something a little bit different. I saw the curls, man, and I said, why did I let him go? But nah, I'm rocking the Baldini now, fellas. How we doing?
Doing well. How you feeling, brother?
Doing good.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? We down one brother, the Burgundy Breakdown, of course. Your man Juan Gotti and Reedie and Zee. And we're down one brother, John, living his best life right now, as he should be. Right? Work hard. Draft season is around the corner, so he's taking his little PTO before he gets real active. So
we'll step
in the place of John tonight.
But we sneaking in mocks. I already know he's sneaking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I seen his story. He's posting the food today. He probably was under the table, you know what I'm saying, checking his phone, trying to get the mocks going. But man, we do got some things to talk about. Not as much as we did the weeks prior with free agency, but man, I do want to talk about Brandon Aiyuk in this draft because that's the next biggest thing. But he has been the biggest storyline. So we're not gonna waste no time and we're just gonna get straight to it. The whole thing with him is at first it was like once he's released, he's gonna make a straight beeline to Washington, and most fans were getting excited. Some fans like myself was okay. We was more so accepting the fact that it was gonna happen, but we wasn't really all for it at that point. But then now we're getting this contract thing going on, San Francisco holding them hostage, being petty, so on and so forth, to the point where Washington, I don't think is entertaining the fact that we want to trade for him, but now it's impacting our plans when it comes to draft, because when you had Brandon Aiyuk in the plans originally, it lessened the importance of getting a receiver at 7. Now, with him not being in the fold, more likely than not until like June, that opens up the room for Juwan Jennings, who I'm like, he cool, but it's like, that's not who I really want. Or it also opens up the fact that we now may have to draft for need, which is receiver, instead of having that flexibility to draft for BPA.
That's the dilemma. Yeah, I mean, the Aiyuk situation is it, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, I've been saying to Reedie in our text groups that it's a lock. And I technically still feel like it's a lock. It's just that San Francisco trying to play hardball, and you know what I mean, they're using their leverage right now in the situation, trying to see what they can squeeze out in a potential trade or just potentially just being petty or whatnot. And that's cool and all, but at the end of the day, I don't see them keeping him on the roster and paying him no bonuses or any guarantees. And I don't necessarily see him being traded. He's definitely not going to get traded to another team that, that they think and know that he might not want to play for, because then you in this situation all over again as another team and you didn't gave up compensation. Versus, or on the flip side of it, you know what I mean, you want to come over here with us, you know what I mean, we know what it is, a prove a deal, we're going to have to figure it out, you know what I mean, he knows what he's walking into situations. So I still think it's a lock. It's just a matter of when. And that win does have us kind of, where we are today. What's plan B? Because you kind of always got a plan for that. Where it looked like last year, we didn't really have too many plan Bs after everybody got hurt. So we got to make sure that we're on top of our game this off season. So yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes.
In John fashion, I'm gonna pay homage to my man John. You guys pretty much said it all.
Good.
But nah, I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, you guys are spot on exactly what you said. It's just like I was on the same side of things as Juan was on, as far as just, you guys are sitting around waiting, you know what I'm saying, to to see if he came. I wasn't necessarily sold if he was going to come or not. But now, we got to possibly wait until June for him to get, back into the fold. Like a guy that's been out almost 2 seasons needs mini camp. A guy needs OTAs. A guy needs a full training camp. We can't wait. So our hand is forced, kind of, sort of, you know what I mean? Whereas, like you said, Juan, we could kind of dictate and have other teams thinking, oh, well, we may go edge, or we may go receiver, or we may go running back, or we may go this, or we may go that. But now it's kind of like, okay, we can eliminate this because they need that. That's a position of need. And I don't think that they're going, based off of what happened last year at the wide receiver position, I don't think they're going to go into a season with a lot of unknowns, because you may get in a situation where nobody may be left out there. You know what I'm saying? And, I think that's why they went out and they brought back a McNichols or brought in a Jerome Ford and stuff like that, because if they got all of their hands in the cookie jar for Jeremiyah Love and they don't address other places, then you're kind of like behind the 8 ball. You could have had another able body in here that could have, been in a by committee situation. And I don't think we're done at wide receiver, because that room is still subpar, in my opinion. We are 1, maybe 2 receivers away from, really competing in this league with all we have done in the offseason. And I just think we can't afford to wait for Brandon Aiyuk, because we don't know exactly what we're getting. It's mixed reports. He's healthy. It's mixed reports of, oh, he couldn't practice, he couldn't rehab, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. He's looking really skinny to me, and some of these little photos and stuff they're showing of him. He looked a little bit more like he had a little bit more Paul's size on him, like he lost some weight or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you took that away from the pictures. I'm not gonna lie. I took away from he looks depressed. My man ain't smile in his pictures on his birthday or nothing. Like, I'm like, what's up with my man, bro? Like he do not look right, to your point. But I mean, look, I'm with you. We cannot, and this is the thing that I believe Adam Peters' whole mindset is that he originally went into this whole process thinking that, okay, Brandon Aiyuk is going to get released soon as free agency, or as soon as the new league year started. But once he realized the 49ers is on bullshit, which, like, Commander head aside, I understand it, right? They want something for a guy that's only 28 and that's potentially still looked at as a guy that can turn his career around. And then also they effed him over. I mean, he effed them over and all that, did all this big wild stuff to them. So he like, bro, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna take our time with releasing you. So I understand it from their perspective, but our perspective is like, that probably makes sense why we brought back a Dayami and a Van Jefferson now. Like, I mean, of course, I was banging the table for Dayami, of course, along with Z, right? Like, we were thinking, okay, bring him in alongside Aiyuk. But now it's like they may have just did that just to cover themselves up, to say they did something at the receiver position in case Brandon Aiyuk doesn't come, or we have to wait until June. And as Reedie said, like a guy like him, who we have not seen in over 2 years, he needs that time, right? He can't just come in June and July and just go straight to training camp. OTAs is the time where you chilling, you work out, you know what I'm saying? It's laxed, but training camp, it's active. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I seen that we are interested in Juwan Jennings. Maybe y'all could sell me on it. He cool. But I just know for sure, if you get Juwan Jennings, you cannot be done at receiver position. Because if Juwan Jennings is my receiver too, it is giving me very much Noah Brown vibes, but just a healthy guy, a healthy version of Noah Brown. I don't
know. I really don't know a whole lot about Juwan Jennings. I do know that, I mean, he makes tough catches. He's not like the fastest guy, I mean, he kind of like one of the more reliable type guys. You go to him in, needed situations and he pulls through, but it doesn't really move me to, sign him. I don't think, like, for me, signing somebody that didn't like possess a lot of speed, that didn't, have a lot of breakaway ability, was more so along the lines of like Mike Evans to me. Where you can give a guy that one-on-one situations, he can kind of, go up and make contested catches and shit like that. But once we didn't get Mike Evans, it's like if we're not getting somebody of that stature who can, make up for their speed, then I'd rather just, try to go either through the draft or, like we said before, potentially, you look at a situation where you still banking on Aiyuk, but you're looking at a situation, do you pair him with a Tyreek Hill? Do you pair him, with, at the time, it was another receiver out there that I was saying, to pair them to with, I forget exactly who it was, but now that we're in this sense, I still think in this moment right now that we should bring in 2 receivers, period. And just let them battle it out. Somebody's going to get cut. Somebody might get traded. I don't know. But we still need 2 receivers, in my opinion. And, moving forward, hopefully that's what plays out. But, and, kind of to trickle in on what we're saying about with the draft, if it doesn't go in the favor that, we're hoping for, then definitely you got to make sure you come out of that first round with one of those top 3 receivers. You almost have
to. That's the predicament that I don't think Adam Peters was trying to go into with, right? Like we praised AP for how good he did, and that's why it's like it's really the 49ers being some hoes, if we've been honest, because AP had this phenomenal free agency, set himself up and set us up for a draft where we can go BPA because we no longer had that significant of a need, and he had this whole plan out, and then they just dicked us, right? They messed it all up. So now we're at the point, like Reedie said, like you said, we're at the point where we now need to get a receiver at 7, and that changes our whole entire draft. I hope everybody that's listening, and even to Reedie and Zee, do y'all understand how impactful this is really about to be now? So, I'm saying that, putting it in perspective, as someone just put in the comments, if David Bailey fell to 7, which we don't think he is, even if he did, we probably are going to have to pass up on that now if we don't get the receiver position figured out by the draft. And by April, Brandon Aiyuk probably still won't be here. But their whole plan was Brandon Aiyuk and maybe get somebody in the 3rd, or Brandon Aiyuk and maybe De'Ami Brown, right? But now that whole perspective has changed, that has changed our whole entire draft. Now, having a Ruben Bain that you could say maybe take a chance on because he's the best player available, you may not be able to do that. And that's the thing that we aren't looking at in terms of the future as well. We think our pass rush room is stacked right now because it is, but Caleb Chase on a 1-year deal. Outside of Adafe Owe, who else has a multi-year deal? That's an edge rusher. Drake Jackson's a 1-year deal. I think Javonte Jean-Baptiste is on the final year of his deal. So when you talk about passing up on a Ruben Bain or best player available, and let's say it's David Bailey, if he somehow fell to 7, even though we don't think he is, you still might have to find yourself drafting or reaching, if you view it as a reach, on a Mekhi Lemon or a Carnell Tate, opposed to drafting a guy that you originally felt like, hey, we going BPA at 7. Now we got to go with need. And me personally, I felt like recently, even with the Brandon Aiyuk news, I felt like, hey, we should go receiver at 7 more likely than not, regardless. But now putting it into the perspective that we have it's tough, because now that just narrowed down us and changed our whole perspective of being BPA and going with need. And I remember I told y'all, like, I didn't want to go with need because we went with need so many times in the past and we haven't got them blue chip players. But yeah, it's definitely tough because it changes everything.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I don't necessarily, like, the more and more I think about it, I think that we have options. We still have the option to trade down. I mean, to trade back, trade down, whatever. I don't foresee us moving up. But if we go back a few spots, I still, with the 3 receivers on the board, I think you could be comfortable with one of the 3. Now, I don't know. It's all dependent on preference, but on film, they all have different traits that they bring to the table. So it all depends on what you're actually looking for if we're thinking about receiver. And if, like I said before, we don't know what's going to be at the top of the draft, who's going to slip, who's going to jump into the top 10, who's going to jump out of the top 10, because that happens every year. I think we are in a unique position, but it does kind of put us behind the 8 ball a little bit because of what the thinking was about the Brandon Aiyuk thing and people saying that it was a lock. This is that and your third. But the 49ers, like you said, Juan, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Why would I make his life easier when he fucked us? So it's like, it is what it is. I mean, I think he'll get released at some point, but I just think for us, I just think we can't wait around because what if this happens or what if that happens? We've seen what happened with Max Crosby. I've seen some crazy things happen, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got to be prepared for it. So then you put yourself in a situation where you may have to go out and sign a Tyreek Hill. You may have to go out and bring in a Keenan Allen. You may have to go out and bring in another receiver that's out on the market that you don't necessarily want to bring into because, like you said, you're drafting for need or you're drafting for another particular player or somebody on the board that's you can't let get past you. But I think I'm starting to lean towards now that this goes on and on and on. If it goes on into the draft, I think we're probably going to end up going back to try to get more quantity versus getting I think we'll still get a blue chip player, but I just think we're going to try to go back. But it takes two to tango. You need a partner to go back too. So that's not even a guarantee. So I think they'll be working, both of those issues hard, over the next few weeks to figure out what they're going to do with that.
Yeah, I think those.
You just brought a whole new perspective.
Yeah, I think though too. Like, as far as trading back, like, all right, we're at 7. In my eyes, my radar would be like, don't go back past 14, 15. In my opinion, because I feel like if you move back further than that, then you may miss out on one of the guys. Moving back 7 to 8 spots probably can yield us another third or something like that. In a situation like that, you can always pair the 2/3 and potentially move back in a second. Like you can figure it out. That's one scenario in my head. Another scenario is like if Love is gone and you stay at 7 and you pick a receiver, I can live with that too. You know what I mean? But if he is there, then you pick a receiver in the 3rd. Or you continue to wait on Aiyuk, you snag a Tyreek Hill or some of the other guys that Reedie mentioned or not have mentioned that's on the market. Like, it's still a lot of options that we have. It's just kind of honing in on that plan B because I mean, and we don't know if it's plan A, but I mean, just the way the talks have been, like everybody, I think every team, like in the sense, like if they don't really have a top running back, it should be on a chance to draft Love. As you see, the Giants are starting to get over this hype, even though they just drafted a running back last year. So, yeah, I mean, he's that good or projected to be. So,
yeah, man. It's tough. It's definitely tough. But Reedie brought a new perspective that I didn't even think about. I mean, I heard the rumblings, but like Reedie changed my whole mind and brought a new perspective. Like I was team no trade down for the longest because I'm like, we don't always find ourselves in a position at 7 to draft for blue chipper, right? So we got to take advantage of this and complete this horrible offseason that we deserved, or horrible season that turned into a great offseason that we deserved. We worked hard to get the number 7 pick. We were ass. We deserved to be able to pick one of these guys. And that was the whole process up until this point. But like Reedie just said, with the recent change to Brandon Aiyuk, and we don't know what they're going to do, and they're moving the right way, that opened the door for a trade back scenario. And I know a lot of fans, that's music to their ears, because we do need a 2nd round pick, things like that. But I think it all depends, like you said, how the board falls. Even though I see, but we might not be able to trade. We might trade back outside of the top 10 at that point. Because think about it, the 2 teams behind us, New Orleans and Kansas City, both got running backs this offseason. So no longer will say they get to 7 or they want to come to 7 because they think Love is going to be there. It's no need for them. No need for that now because the Saints got A-Chain as his new nickname. I guess that's his new last name now. Apparently, it's not ETN.
Yeah, like nobody say how is that?
It's weird.
That?
Yeah,
he said that.
Yeah,
they was like, yeah. Apparently, we've been pronouncing it wrong. Like what?
Yeah, he said his name is. Yeah, his name is Travis A-Chain apparently. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
no
they got ETN and the Chiefs got Kenneth Walker. So that hot spot of if Love fell to 7 and we were interested in trading back, that's no longer there because one, we don't think he's gonna get to 7, but the teams behind him don't even need him.
That's a good point.
So if we trade back, 10, I think that's Dallas. And if I'm being honest, if I'm Dallas, I'm staying at 10. Why? Because we need cornerback help and Master Delane. That's a prime position to draft a DB. So I don't know if Dallas would even entertain trading back with us. But then again, it's like, why would we want to help out our division rival? So, man, they fucked this whole shit up, man. The more I think about it, the more I'm realizing like this is messing up our whole draft plans, to be honest with you. But I don't know where we could trade back, but I would love to hear Reedie's point on that because you brought it up. Like that's a perspective I didn't even think about.
I've been saying all along, like Z just pointed out, no worse than 15. I don't know what everybody wants. Like I haven't gotten to the weeds of it and seeing what they need because a lot of times we think somebody needs one thing and they don't end up going that way. So it just depends. It's like it's going to come down to the day of or whatever or something. I don't know. Maybe we stay and we select. Like you said, we do need corner help. Maybe Mansour sitting there and he's the best player on their board. You take him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Love may not be the best player on our board. You know what I'm saying? Like I really think that most of these players that outside of like Bain, I don't think I want Bain at 7. I think I would move back to take Bain. But I don't think I would, unless it's just somebody that's not even on my radar. I don't even think I would be mad if we took somebody else or whatever. We didn't take a Jeremiyah Love and we went receiver. I wouldn't be mad at that. Or if we went corner, I wouldn't be mad at that because, like you said, you still get a blue chip player and you only get to select one. So it just comes down to at this point in time, what you think is that gives you the best chance to be better. Then go ahead, do what you got to do. Because it's 9 times out of 10, it's going to come down to what us, the fans, didn't want or want it anyway. It never really works out for us. So it's just like, at this point, it's going to be what it's going to be. But like, even just trying to figure it out, it's just too complicated. It's just too many variables right now to even say like, what are the options? Because you just don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Cincinnati is the team at 10. Dallas is at 12. So now that I looked at it, Cincinnati, that wouldn't be a bad spot to trade back to 10. If you don't want to go back so far.
But I do think this is a deep draft. This is a deep draft, and we don't necessarily have to take a receiver in the very top of the market. Like there's other outstanding receivers. There's the Washington guy. They're saying like a 3rd round pick for him. They're saying like he's comparable to Jeremiyah Love. And I don't necessarily agree, but if you look at the statistics and all of that, it's close. But I think Jeremiyah Love gives you a different dynamic overall. But if you people play the stat game and they fall in love with, the stats say this or whatever. That means they're on the same level as somebody else because the stats were similar. But sometimes that eye test is everything you need. You see how fluid their movement is, how they get in out of breaks, how they, get in that different holes, how shifty they are, things of that nature. And that could tell you like what a player is going to be. Just because you got statistics, that don't mean nothing. Because we look at London Fletcher and an example of Ray Lewis. Stats damn near identical. One's in the Hall of Fame, one's not. Yeah. Because one passed the it test, another one didn't. And the popularity test. This is what it's about.
Yeah, that's a good point. But like to this comment said by is that John? Or is that him? John. Is that John like on his okay, yeah, I just had to make sure. That's the thing that I wanted to say was I get we can say, hey, we don't need to draft a receiver in the 1st round, but we don't pick into the 3rd round, right? And a lot of people want to be upset with us not having a 2nd pick. Well, shit, I'd rather have Laramie Tunsil than that 2nd pick any day of the week, right? But now with this new change and this new perspective of the Brandon Aiyuk situation, it does open the door for us to potentially get that 2nd round back. And if we're getting a 2nd round back, you would probably, I would say, maybe go back to 11 to start the conversation for a second, right? Miami is rebuilding, and they need to do a lot of good damage in the draft. But I get the point, but I don't really want to draft a third round receiver. One, because I'm ignorant to who's back there right now, and two, is it more likely that third round receiver turns into Terry McLaurin or De'Ami Brown? Right? It is very rare that you find a gem like Terry in the third round. It's more likely that you find a third round, fourth round receiver like Jalen Lane and De'Ami Brown. So I gotta do more homework, but I would feel comfortable enough drafting receiver in the first round, or maybe even trading back and getting that second round pick. But we only talk about it from our perspective of us viewing getting a second round pick. But when do you in reality, when do you think teams would have to enter a second round pick to move up into that conversation? I would say maybe Miami. And the reason I say that is because I don't think Dallas is even going to, damn, they're off the board. Maybe the Rams.
I would say, I think like you got to go back at least 10 to 15 spots to lure a second. I don't think moving back 3 to 5 spots
to lure a second
to get a second in the a first and then a second in that package. I don't think going back 3 to 5 spots is going to get you a second. Definitely a third. But I don't see it getting you a second. Now, I mean, and also it also depends on like where you at. Like if we were talking top 5, like you have way more value and you would get that. But you're talking about we're at 7. You know what I mean? So going from say 12 to 7, I don't think that gets us a second, or 11 to 7. That may not get us a second, but like 20 to 7, yeah, you get that second, and we probably get some more shit. You know what I mean? So I don't see that happening moving back a few spots. Yeah. And I mean, to me, looking at this order too.
What's that program that they use to determine the value? It's a program that they use to determine the value of a, like if they move around and stuff like that. I forget what it's called. John, do you know if you on? You know what it's called?
I'm gonna just Google it.
It's a complicated. I'm trying to do that now, but I'm trying to get a start.
No, I was just gonna regular Google. Like if I have the 7th pick, how far do I have to trade back to get a second in the deal as well? Something like that. Versus John said Jimmy Johnson trade value system.
Yeah, that.
But like looking at this, I was saying looking at this this order, I'm damn sure, like I retract my statement. I don't want to go past 11. I don't want to draft behind Dallas. I want to make sure I'm right in front of them. So, yeah. Miami got a lot of ammo. They might be geeking to trade up. And that's another thing. It also depends on how geeking the team is and if their guy, how much pressure they want. So, like, you can always play that role too. Like, when we moved from what was that? From what pick did we have when we traded up for RG3? We ended up with the 2nd, but we had like the 5th or the 6th that year. Like when we did that, we had to add all those extra firsts and all that just to kind of, because you're moving up to 2. But
yeah, because then we give up 3 picks to move up to 2nd.
Right, so it's basically saying the 7th overall pick is equivalent to 1,500 points. An early 2nd round pick range 32 to 40 equals 500 to 580 points. So it's saying to gain a 2nd round pick, you typically need to drop enough spots to create 500 points of value. Realistic trade back ranges from 7 trades to pick 11 through 13 range. That's a difference value of 200 to 400 points. So you'll likely get a 3rd rounder, maybe a future 2nd.
Correct.
So a 3rd this
so
year.
Like in a sense, so like in a sense, if we move whatever 1st round pick values at like 1,000 points, if that 2nd is considered 500 points, you would look for that pick, and that's probably in the back of the draft.
So and this is how you would play the board, and how, like you said, how geeking you would be to move up. What is there a possibility that maybe we trade back to, let's say, 10 or 11, get that 3rd round pick, then collapse? Yeah, then but you combine all 2/3 to then move up into the second round.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I was saying. Yeah, you come double up them thirds and move back in the second. That's an option. Then you'll be trading what, a third round, a seventh in the third round, and a 10th, 11th in the third round. That can definitely get you a second, probably mid second. You ain't getting in the top 10 though.
That's interesting because I don't. As much as I would entertain trading back now.
Yeah, you gotta be
you
smart
just gotta see how that board falls. Yeah, you gotta see how that board falls because if I think my ideal, because I ain't gonna lie, the more I'm watching these receivers, Mekhi Lemon is the one I'm falling in love with the most. I'm not gonna lie. He's the one
that's on the same wavelength, Juan. We be on the same wavelength, bro. Like
Tyson job like a dog. What you think about Tyson?
I really like Tyson, but I'm gonna tell you, like, I knew about Malachi Lemon. I had to like go back and like really watch him. Like I think it was who did a video one of the other day. It was one of them guys, and it was like a visceral reaction. He was like, people that say, oh, because he didn't interview well in front of reporters, that he ain't this player, he's going to drop, you're crazy. And they just started listing all of these things, and then they started showing the highlights. So I went back and I looked at his highlights, and I'm just like, yo, he's fucking good, like really good. And I think, and he's fast. So it's like, that's, that whole, Juan said that, that the clock was rigged for his guy Carnell Tate and stuff like that. Not Juan, John said that. So I'm falling in love with Lemon as well. If we're gonna take a receiver, I think I like him. If I had to take one right now,
here's the reason why I say that. Not only because I think he's really, really good, but he's fitting this new wave of receivers. A lot of people didn't want to draft slot receiver primarily in the top draft. Top pick like at 7 because they're like, oh, he's a slot merchant, blah, blah, blah. Well, a slot merchant is giving you $1,500 now. JSN's giving you, what he had, $1,700 this past year? Maybe I'm reaching $1,500, $1,400. One of them, he had a crazy statistic. Amon-Ra St. Brown has put up 1,500 yards. Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown, and he was a slot guy primarily. So that's the new wave now, and I think he can do work with middle of the field, him and Jay, and then obviously getting Chig in there. Yeah, man, he just looks so smooth to me. Like it seems like second nature to Mekhi Lemon. And like you said, Reedie, man, I don't give a damn if he interviewed like that or if he's put on the act, that little YN front demon face. I don't care. We need some of that over here. So we need a George Pickens, to say the least. So
well, my other thing is this, like, maybe you don't need whoever John just put in the comments, Tate is his number 1, Tyson is his number 2. Maybe we don't need that. Maybe Lemon might be a guy that we can go out and get. He may not, to some draft analysts, may not be the top guy, but if we go out and fulfill that with get a Cheetah or one of these other receivers that's out there on the market now while we're waiting for Brandon Aiyuk, and you draft him, that can replace some of that drop off if you think, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't necessarily got any of these receivers like going out here going crazy, like 1,500 yards and all of that. Like, that shit don't happen. Like, okay, maybe like 1,100 or something like that. But I'd be cool with a first year receiver getting 8 to 1,000 yards. I'm cool with that. Just me personally. Like, that's a successful season for the first year player. The odds of them going crazy, putting up them crazy numbers, being at the top of the league is slim to none. So you can kind of like work that around and it be a by committee thing. You still got Chig. It's only one football. You got Chig, you got Terry McLaurin. You still got the running back side of the backfield. Guys that got to get the football. You know what I'm saying? So, and other guys on the depth chart that's going to play receiver too, that's going to be in there. So, like, that production ain't necessarily going to be missed if you don't get 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Or if you get a later round guy. A Zachariah Branch or somebody like that. Like, you know what I mean? You can still get good value. That's my whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he says Master Delane and Trey Aim. See, I don't think they view the cornerback position. I don't think they view the cornerback position how we do. right? A lot of people are concerned about Mikey and Meek Robinson's size, but if you look at their tape, they're doing exactly what they want and what we want as fans. They're forcing turnovers, regardless of how they look. You know what I mean? So I don't think they view our defense as a cornerback defense that needs 2 6'3" corners or 2 boundary guys. They just want somebody that's a playmaker, right? And we have 2 of those guys. Now, the depth behind those guys is in question. So are you telling me you went out and you signed Meek Robinson to a 2-year, $17 million deal to put him on the bench? Because now you got Master Lane, his first overall pick. You got Trey Amos. You know, so it's I don't think they, as much as we're looking at Master Lane like, yeah, that's a good pick. I would love that for sure. He needs to go to a team like Cincinnati or Dallas that needs that number 1 corner threat and that runs a defense that relies on good ass corners. Our defense doesn't rely on that. Again, they were getting by with Xavier Rogers, the dude from Philly, Xavier Rogers or whatever his name is last year, right? Cam Bynum and all these guys. So Master Delane, if he's there, I don't think we've taken him. Not because he's not good, but that's just not who they feel like fits their defense. I genuinely think they're fine with their corners the way that they are right now. Now, do they draft the corner in later rounds of the draft? I think so. I think you're going to draft the corner at some point this draft. I don't know if it's going to be your first overall pick, especially at 7. So it's definitely interesting. We don't know exactly how this thing's going to change. But, hey, shout out to Leon. He says, I met Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders, and Sonny Jurgensen in person. That's what's up. Legends of this organization. Shout out to Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders, and obviously Sonny Jurgensen. But
yeah, I think if they did make that move, that would be fucking crazy. Like them, that secondary, that would be crazy if they did that. Like not the more we talk about it, it's just like, damn, like, are they gonna go linebacker? Are they gonna go Styles? Or are they gonna go edge? If Bailey falls, if Avery Reese falls, if they like Bain, like, are they gonna go wide receiver with the 3 we aforementioned guys we talked about? Are they gonna go running back with Jeremiyah Love? Like, it's so many different ways they can go. I don't even know. It's just all gonna come down to where their rankings is on their board. Where their rankings is on their board. If it was Reedie, I'm taking Jeremiyah Love. I already said that. But if it's some other thinking of, if it's some bargaining that they could do with that Jeremiyah Love and parlay that shit into some more, and you can still get a blue chip player after that, I'm happy with that too.
Mm-hmm.
You go out, you bring in one of the top 3 receivers, or you can trade back and still get a Sonny Styles or somebody, one of these blue chip players. I'm good with that. And we end up finding a way to get a 2nd round pick, and we get another pick in the top 100 because we only got 2. Then that's another, a 2nd round pick. Oh my God, I'm gonna be elated. I'm gonna be like, that's how you GM that shit. That's how you GM that shit. It's funny.
But then, so
funny.
That's fucking cap. Fucking elated. That's cap.
I am gonna be elated.
I don't give a fuck what scenario or what rumor you may have heard later after the fact. Washington passed up on 3 first-round picks to draft Jeremiyah Love. You would not be mad. Look, we get Love. It don't matter what happens. We get Love. Reedie's happy. We don't get Love. He's gonna be pissed. What scenario you talking about?
I'm still gonna be pissed because I'm in mourning, but at the same time, like, in the scheme of things, if we could parlay that shit into something with a still solid, like, all of these guys we've been naming like our studs, bro. Like, they're not like sorry, they're not sorry players. So it's just like it's not really a reach. It just depends on your preference, like where you think we should go at the time. But what we did in free agency and stuff like that, I feel a little bit better about the defense. You know what I'm saying? But that was originally when I got on this whole Jeremiyah Love situation, the first thing I said was, depending on what we do in free agency.
Correct.
If we do that right, then you have the ability to draft that running back. But if we would have fucked that up, then I would have had to go with what the crowd said, what the masses said. We got to go defense because we got to get one fucking stud on the defense. You know what I'm saying? It can't be the no-name defense forever. You know what I mean? But that's just that.
Yeah. But so a scenario like with BCJ, like what do we see there?
Yeah.
Like how do you think we could finesse it? Or like can we pull a situation where maybe if we do decide to move back a few spots, pick up that other third, put 2/3 together and try to throw it at Jacksonville for them, or 2/3 in paint. I don't know. I'm just making up shit. But like, if we could get BTJ, then that solves a lot of fucking problems. I would be cool. You could trade them motherfuckers the whole. We could pull a Mike Dicker. They can get the whole draft except the 7th overall. They can get the whole draft and something next year, in my opinion.
For BTJ,
I would give them a third, whatever else fucking we got the rest of this year, and a second next year for BTJ. I would.
Oh, that nigga smoking K2.
Why not?
Fuck no.
He just had 100, almost 100 some catches his first year. We just talk about it.
12, I mean, yeah, but the whole fucking draft. See, come on now.
We only got 5 picks. The fuck, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 7th, some shit like that.
Somebody called 911.
Trade that shit.
Z is smoking that K2 from around Walla Place. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him.
Okay.
The whole draft is crazy work.
Except the first is what I said.
So basically if you say that, as long as we get Jeremiyah Love, we good money. Hey Juan, you hear your man?
I am. Look, I'm already in my mind. Like, hey, with John, that John would have been like clipping this up right now. This is a clip. Everybody, Z says trade the whole draft.
StreamYard says when you want the algorithm to pick up the AI shit to pick up what you want the clip, say it in the video. Clip it.
Z says we should trade the whole draft and outside of the 7th overall pick for Brian Thomas Jr. Reedie says he's smoking that K2. I'm gonna be real. Can I be real for a second?
Please
I see both sides. At first, I was like Reedie. I was like, he tripping, he burnt. But I see both sides. To Z's point, we only got 5 picks. It ain't like we got it. We giving up a second. We giving up a third and the rest of our draft class, and we already took no full. We already took up. Well, we already took majority of our needs.
No, 1/3 and like a 5th and 2/6 or something like that.
They just posted it today. Actually, they just posted it today. Let me just double check. But I
put on the screen too.
It ain't gonna lie. It don't sound as crazy as originally thinking about it. Though. Here's the only thing to that though is you're gonna have to kind of come to grips with we're losing the 2nd round next year, and next year is going to be the first time that we have a full class in a while. So you giving Jacksonville 71, 147, 187, 209, and 223. Now that I look at it, like it don't sound as crazy, but looking at it makes it seem crazy because that's a lot of picks, man.
Shit, I give him 147 and so on. I'm keeping 1 and fucking 3.
All right, now, guys, a 5th, a 6th, 6th, and 7th. Even if you put them 4 together, you might can get a fucking 4th, maybe.
I would
6th and 7th and 5th. That shit don't hold no weight. Like you gotta compile that shit.
I entertain the 2nd round.
Y'all looking at it as 4 picks, as 4 players. Fuck that.
Yeah, because Jalen Waddle just went for a 1st and what else? A 1st and a 4th?
A 1st and a 4th. A 1st and a 4th swap.
So if you really want BTJ, this is what I would cook up, and this may sound bad, but it's BTJ.
What?
I give up 7. BTJ ain't like that. I'd rather swap Terry and get a pick. Bro, the Terry slander is never going to stop. It's never.
Y'all niggas be glazing Terry, but I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah,
I'm just saying give him up, but y'all niggas be glazing that man like that nigga. I mean, he's good. He's our best receiver. I give it that, but that nigga is not untouchable.
The same way that y'all talk about untouchable. The same way that I feel like you feel like we glazing him. That's the level of disrespect I think y'all treat him with. Like, yeah, he ain't untouchable with how y'all talk about him, but how I perceive that is y'all saying, "Oh, he ain't shit."
But you already said that's your favorite player, so of course you're not gonna feel like that.
Z said basically the same shit last week when you was like Garcon. Like the way y'all disrespect him, or I perceive it as disrespect, is the same way that y'all can perceive me as.
I don't think
same level.
I don't. So, and let's talk about that since you brought it up, Juan, about the Garcon thing. I stand corrected. Me and Z been talking about this ad nauseum. I come from an era where I seen Garcon play. I just feel like, to me, Garcon gives me a little bit more. Now, if we're going apples and oranges as far as what they actually do, Terry does have the edge on him under further thought. But to me, I feel like I would give Garcon the nod just because of the tenacity he played with, the grit he played with, just his overall appearance as a receiver and the way he went about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was kind of calculating that into what I was saying. But both of them are pretty good fucking receivers in my eyes. But you do have to give Terry the nod because Terry, I went back and looked at Terry highlights and shit like that. And Terry did make a lot of fucking plays. So I stand corrected on that. And I'm just here to say that. But you know me, like if I fuck up, I'm gonna come back and say, yeah, I fucked up. I misspoke. You know what I'm saying? Don't clip shit. Y'all always want to clip some shit. I'm trying to make Reedie make us go viral. Fuck that. Yeah. Sorry, to quote Reedie, fuck Z and he got fuck you, Z.
But nah, Tone said something real though. Like, I mean, again, I'm just saying, like, that's how much I really would want to trade for him. Like, if we could pull a deal off like that, then shit, I would do it. But in the grand scheme of things, if we could just trade a 2027 first or 2027 second, then just do that too. I mean,
you can't have.
But I don't value 6th and 7th round picks. I'm sorry. I mean, I know my man Bill. My man Bill was in the back of the draft. Cool, but I don't value those picks like that.
If I had to cook up something that's realistic and for both sides, we get BTJ. I get him the 3rd this year, a 2nd next year, a 3rd and 5th this year, and a 2nd next year. Not giving him not 7th. And I'm not gonna lie, if Adam Peters gave him our 1st round pick next year instead, like our 1st and our, let's say, 3rd round this year and 1st round next year, I wouldn't be opposed to it because I'm already in the mindset of shit. That joint gonna be 29-30. See, that's different. That's why you had the Denver Broncos give up their 30th pick for Jalen Waddle today or yesterday. Was it today? Because that's a late round pick. They went to the AFC Championship game, so that 1st round pick doesn't impact them as much as our 7th overall pick. Hell no, they ain't. Jacksonville ain't getting 7 for BTJ. But if Adam Peters rolls the dice right now and say we giving up our next year's 1st, everybody might be like, "Oh, what is Adam Peters doing? Blah blah blah. He's tripping." But then when we have the season, you wouldn't care.
To that point. To the point that you're making, I wouldn't care what you about to say. I know what you about to say.
Just like we didn't care when we made the other trades. It's just that it so happened didn't work out and we was some shit. Then now we complain, oh, we ain't got no picks. Right. But at first we didn't give a fuck. We got Marshawn Lattimore. We was excited about it. It did work out now and look bad. But we got Tunsil. It worked out. Everybody's say so. Juan said at the top of the show, I'd rather have Tunsil than a 2nd round pick. I'd rather have Tunsil than a 3rd next year or whatever the fuck we gave up for him. Fuck them picks. If it work out,
this fan base all works off of all the time. This fan base works off of that all the time. What have you done for me lately?
Yeah,
so lately, it's recency bias. If you ain't done shit for us lately, then if you did some shit, we didn't give a fuck about them picks. Mm-hmm. But you ain't did shit, so yeah, we got to bring it up and say, nah, fuck. Why we give up? We need these picks because
I
we
don't have us picking 7th overall again. So fuck that 2027
me neither.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about no 2027 because if this shit go how I'm planning for it to go, we in the back three at a minimum, back four at a minimum.
29.
Yeah, so
that's where I'm at with it, and that's why I'm hoping it's 32. That's why our fan base, when it's just fans in general, can't even say our fan base or fan bases in general now don't only thrive off of what have you done for me lately, but they also thrive on wanting to know the outcome at the same time of taking the risk. How can I make that make sense? Okay, let's say we trade Brian Thomas, or we trade our first round next year for Brian Thomas. In the moment, they're going to be like, oh, what the hell? What are we doing? But if you tell them in the very moment that you trade for Brian Thomas, that first round pick is going to be 30th, they go, oh, we cool, we good. So they can't, they all the time, and I can't blame folks, we're fanatics. They can't bear the risk because they're so worried about, oh, what if this shit don't work out? Damn, we just gave up a first round pick. He ain't panning out, and now that first round pick, our season didn't go how we thought. Now it's going to be 10, right? So that's just how us as fans really operate. But if they came to grips to understanding that shit, this one move could push us over the top. Who gives a hell about that first round pick next year?
Yeah, but then on the flip side, if that shit goes south, Dan Quinn's gonna be the fuck up out of here, and we're gonna be talking about drafting Jeremiah Smith for Ryan Williams or somebody like that next year. So it's like kind of like pick your poison. Like,
yeah, that's basically what he's saying right here. Only thing next year is supposed to be loaded. Would it be a player equivalent to BTJ next year? But I could go with Luke this year in the first, and just to give him a player for this year.
They want to get Luke up out of there, Lukey Pookie. They want to get him.
Yeah, man. I don't know why they want to get my man Lukey Pookie up out of there.
They say my man back. Get him out of here.
I don't know why they be back. I don't like Luke, bro. He's your typical white receiver. Like, he's not flashy, but he can get it done. And he was just turning the corner before he fractured his collar or broke his collarbone. I don't know, man, why they want it. But not sure why we haven't signed Jennings yet. I'm not that high on Jawan how everybody else is, man. I'm really not. I don't think he's garbage, but it's like you got me all kind of not excited because I was also like kind of standoffish when it came to Aiyuk, but I kind of came around to it. So you got me all behind. Oh yeah, let's get Aiyuk and somebody in the draft for Aiyuk and Terry and then Deami and Van Jefferson, things like that. Now I'm supposed to be satisfied with Jawan Jennings potentially being our receiver too. Like, again, he strikes me as a healthier Noah Brown.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Oh yeah, that's how you feel, Kuiper Jr. That's how you feel.
What do you say?
He gotta take up for the white boy. That's what it is.
Okay. Hey, look. I can't even run from that because I definitely was banging the table for Michael Gallup and Noah Beasley. That's definitely was. Fact. I can't even front. But nah, Reedie, we ain't gonna go like that though.
You know what, John? You know why? Because we were saying Gallup and Noah Brown. Because we ain't talking about y'all pretty much talked about it most. We ain't them type of guys. We on the line.
Yeah.
Saying what's what. You know what I'm saying? If that shit work out, it work out. If it don't, it don't.
John was just waiting. He was hating. He was saying it from day one. They was just waiting for this to not happen. Yeah. Like, it's all John good. That ain't gonna be the last time.
On his typical Reedie shit, just waiting for want to try to put it out there so he can walk away from it, so he can stay neutral. John, I'm on to you, John. You trying to be a neutral. Try to be a neutral nigga. John probably somewhere. What you mean? What you mean? So I got receipts of me saying Gallup was a camp body and Noah was still recovering from injury. Call me a hater, John knows. Facts, John knows. John knows.
John knows.
Man, look what Will B said. Will B got like, bro, when Martavis Bryant caught that touchdown in the preseason, I swear they got me all sized for no reason. I definitely thought Martavis was about to make this team.
And then when AP hugged him on the sideline, I was like, oh yeah, he a lot.
Yeah.
Cut his ass out.
I'm like, wow.
He cut his ass. I remember telling Z, yeah, he probably gonna make it. He probably be the 7th receiver. They cut his ass.
I'm a lock. ASAP.
Cut his ass. Sap never late.
ASAP.
Rocky.
Honestly, real question. What the F have we not drafted a receiver in round 1 or 2 the last 3 years? Well, Jahan is the last 3 years. If you don't want to count, since 26 ain't happened yet. We did draft Jahan in 22 and it didn't work out. So technically we did draft a receiver in the first round. He says they can't figure it out. They keep wanting to sign D tackles without second round pick.
Hey, I would say, like, if you could package Luke in a deal, make it more attractive in a pick for BSJ, I'm willing to let Luke go. Shit, that people even was talking about let Payne go. I don't know if I'm
stop that.
Let Payne go. I think Z
we gotta stop that.
Huh?
Did you say trade Payne for BSJ?
BTJ? I don't know about BSJ.
BTJ.
BSJ can't get traded back to my team.
We gotta stop that though, y'all.
You facts.
Yeah. BTJ,
Junior, not Benjamin St. Jude. That's a fact.
Hold on, Juan. You about to defend this nigga?
Nah. I'm talking about the fact that us as fans, we do this all the time because we only think about it from our perspective of the side of the trade. We gotta stop throwing Luke in there like he's a household name. Like Jacksonville probably don't want him.
Y'all said he was on the rise. That's what y'all said. The fan base.
I think so from our perspective, but like the outside league probably don't even know who Luke McCaffrey is.
They said he was a factor in the return game. Yeah. That's what they said. They say he was a factor in the return game. And I'm just going off all the comments.
Yeah, I could comments the other day.
1,000 comments on Instagram that they saying that Luke is the next thing coming to fucking Julian Edelman.
That's how I view him. I ain't gonna lie. I do, but that's us though. Like the rest of the league probably don't view like Payne. Nobody's trading for Payne on the final year of his deal. I don't think so. Right? We throw Johnny Newton in there. Like
they say he Wes Welker in the making.
Hey, shout out to my man Leon. Joining the Gotti gang, man. Appreciate you. But nah, like we always do this. Like we throw Johnny Newton's name in the hat to be traded, and it's like nobody wants Jonathan Newton. Yeah, that's my man Leon. I think he re-ing up. Shout out to my man Leon for becoming a channel member, joining the Gotti gang. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you.
What I gotta do to join the Gotti gang? I'm trying to be over there with y'all, man. Y'all looking sweet over there.
$4.99 a month, baby.
I can't get no IOUs or nothing.
Let me holler at YouTube. Let me email them. You know that it ain't no person, but I could work something out to make sure waive the fee for you. You know what I'm saying? But they might take 2 years to get back to me and shit.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. You know how YouTube is. It ain't no person, so they gonna take 2-3 years to get back to me. But it's cool. It's cool. But nah, like I was saying, like we gotta like Johnny Newton. Nobody wants Jonathan Newton, bro. So we can't keep including these people in the trade.
Change the man's name and all that.
Yeah.
His name is Jonathan now. Go.
Jerzon. Damn.
Johnny. My man been so ass. Juan done changed his name, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, y'all got to clip that up. That's a good clip right there. Damn.
Clip it.
Because who the like Johnny? Like I don't know. Jerzon, you wouldn't get Johnny from that, so I wouldn't even think. You're amazing.
No, hold on,
I appreciate that.
I'm about to ask a question. Hold on. So, am I the only one that peeped Slim that came from the Chiefs? Is it Omenu?
Mm-hmm. Charles Amenu. Damn, I had it too.
What about him?
Charles Amenu.
This nigga on a trip with Tussle and they just became teammates a few days ago.
Man, I think
he like Brazil together.
I think they know each other from previous. I
peeped that. I'm like,
he might have played with him in Houston. Pause. Let me see. Charles Amenu. But he's sneaky though.
The whole time. I keep hearing that.
He's sneaky. I'm not gonna lie. He had what 7.5 sacks in 2024, 2023. But he's sneaky though. Like he may not like he played with Houston in 2019 and 2021, so they may already know each other from that time. If Lermy was in Houston during that time, or was he still in Miami? Either way it goes, shit. I ain't gonna lie. I wanna hang out with Lermy too. And he look like a rapper, bro. His little cinematic videos, he be looking sweet, bro. Throwing the ones in the club. He moves exactly how he should.
Pause.
But he's nice though.
Pause.
That was crazy.
You said he got the ones and he moves exactly like he should. Like what?
Nah, I said.
I let you get away with a couple of them earlier, but you said talking about ones and then you saying he moving correctly is wild. Exactly the way he should.
I thought I said he got the ones for the stripper, man. I left that part out. Damn. Damn, Gotti, what you
on? Man, tell him in the comments talk about tussle move, like, but he said wide receiver one. Go ahead, bro. Y'all on crazy.
Go ahead.
Him and Trent Williams got the most position swag off the field ever. I say he moved like a rapper because what other player publicizing cinematic videos, driving a Lambo in the club?
Who showed his eyebrows?
I don't know. I never realized he might.
I ain't gonna hold y'all, and this is off topic. But if you talk about Payne, you talk about Owenhu, however you pronounce his name. Charles Manhu, Trent Williams, for some big niggas, pause. Them niggas be fresh as shit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh yeah,
you like a big swag.
That's my little stilo.
Yeah, Reedie new swag. Get you some big boots, Bob.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's your next cop. Get you some big boots. Big ass boots.
Nah, I just like how they put that shit together. Like them niggas be fresh as shit though. I ain't gonna hold you.
That nigga Tunsil be having some Wranglers though. Like his jeans be some.
It don't matter with the like
wash.
That's shit. The style now, Z.
I mean, I know. I trust me. I know. I get it.
Z.
I know. I get it. But it still be some regular wash. Like no stitch. No doc.
Like
none of that. That shit is straight.
Like how that True Religion used to have all that stitching and shit. That shit was wild. I can't believe we was on that.
That man
got you went back in the Bo era, them big ass fucking pockets and them damn buckles and shit.
Oh, John Jog got the funnies tonight.
I bet you Reedie was covering.
John.
Why he Reedie? Why he waiting ahead of time?
It was no joning on the pod. He be over here like this.
He got a crack slick in the comments. No, I will fry his ass. I'm gonna wait. You gotta come back, John. You gotta come back. Go ahead. Go ahead, be a comment ranger. I got you. Go ahead. I was wearing the Ilo Marquise fit. You got me fucked up.
He'll never say nothing on I'm trying to fake mad off that one though. He always
throw one in there. Oh, all right, son. We got you. Hey, make sure all y'all tune in next week, Wednesday, same time, same place. I'm gonna spark his ass the whole show. My mother. I'm gonna spark his, I'm gonna cook his ass, and I ain't gonna stop, and I ain't gonna clean it up and be like, nah, that's my man. I'm gonna fry his ass the whole show. On my mother, on Deborah Baldwin, I'm gonna fry his ass.
One time.
What time we going live? Because we might gotta push that up. We gotta push that up about 7:30.
The whole show.
No. Damn, John.
Nah, I'm saying though, I feel him though, because John don't be never saying nothing, but he gonna wait. He might got FaceTime him right quick.
That's my man. John, you still my man, John. I love you. But at the end of the day,
you get that ass
jokes. You gonna get all of them.
Yeah, man. Y'all about to invite him to the lunch table, man. He about to get that.
I don't know what that's like, man. He
about to get that full DCPS experience. Oh man.
Hey, he ran out of PTO, Mike. He ran out of PTO. He already used his day.
Oh yeah.
No excuse next week.
He can't take off next week. Yeah, he gotta be here. Matter of fact, he gotta clock in early. He gotta beat us to it. Oh, okay.
Enjoy it.
Nah, see, I know.
I want all the smoke. Oh yeah,
I know what time John on.
John, he over there, he writing this shit down, getting his shit
down. Facts.
Y'all know why John.
Hey, Chet, how do I join?
Yeah. How to get his motherfucking
you know John moving a little different today. It's a special day going on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's feeling a little. He got a little curves tonight.
You understand, John?
He's feeling a little beside himself right now, as he should though. You know, as he should. You know, he handling his business, so he like, let me, you know.
Jack looking at about to spark his motherfucking. Boy, I'm about to spark your Al Bundy looking ass. Boy. Little ass motherfucker.
Get up.
Motherfucker got that. That motherfucking, I am a fucking park ranger beard, boy. You got it, John. You still a man, though.
But I guess we could close on this topic right here because it's kind of relevant. The New Jerseys. Please bring back the Washington Redskins uniforms. You may be getting your wish. I don't know if you could pull it up. Maybe we could try to find it right quick. But there is obviously we know they're going to get new uniforms, but these speculate like I think it's white ones and some black Jones too, because they confirmed that we're gonna get new uniforms, of course, but they also confirmed that we're gonna get new black uniforms. Like it's not gonna be the same ones. I know y'all posted the ones with the white outline on the W. I don't really know if I'm
that one Rashad White posted today. That shit was buns.
That one, but I think didn't y'all post a helmet that had like the white W outline?
Yeah, that was one of the collab jokes. Yeah.
But that's confirmed. New blacks and new unveiling them this year.
So I know. Okay, so let me say this. I know we're gonna get new uniforms for sure. That's always been kind of hinted at and confirmed. There's also a black talk about from this uniform guy that's kind of been all over it, and you know he predicted the Titans ones too. So the black ones, there's talks, but I know for sure we're gonna get new ones because they always talk about wanting to represent the past. So we know the ones that we debuted last year, the white ones versus Seattle and Denver and Dallas, those are gonna at some point, and I think maybe when we get to RFK 2.0, those are gonna become our permanent home Jones, maybe, or home away. I think probably home Jones. This helmet is cool, but I think you don't need the white outline on the W if that's for me. I don't know though.
I mean, I feel like you can go either way. It's not bad.
You got the uniforms ones too, Z. Like you could just put up some random ones that's been speculated too, but
the black ones that I seen was fire. I can't remember that. Somebody posted them the other day. They was actually fire.
Yeah, but the white ones, you could show the Rashad White one if you want. That one was some shit. That jump was that jump was
AI for sure.
Yeah, that's one of them jerseys you get from like Marshalls for $25 or something. That ain't one of the official jumps. Cause why the Washington Commanders logo was on the chest though? I'm like, that's ugly, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't rocking with that. But he's geeking to be here though. Like I ain't never met somebody so like I mean I'm happy for him, but he's real like press, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe JD5 is that much fun to play with. You know, I always find it. Well, I kind of damn, daddy shit.
Somebody mute this mic, man.
It's the haircut, bro.
And here's my man. Mike in here.
Mike in the chat.
Get his ass, Mike. What is your man on?
I need to go put the hair back on my head or something. God. Damn.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Hey, that was right perfect cue. I needed that.
Go ahead.
Cause I'm wild. But no, this is ass. I'm sorry.
That shit is trash.
That's definitely not only AI, but like AI, that's horrible AI. That's trash.
Yeah, somebody commented on Twitter and was like, yeah, y'all must be old heads if you think this is ugly you can't like the current one's better. And I'm like, bro, first of all, that's still the current jersey. They just threw a gold trim on the number and, you know, threw the gold, you know, Washington Commander shit right there. But that fucking helmet, like, all that shit is just disgusting.
Yeah, that's
That
trash.
shit trash. I don't like it.
That look like some high school shit right there.
Nah, facts.
I mean, look, if we was to clean it up, I would say like the Commanders logo is just what's making it bad. Like it's so big. Pause. Like just Washington probably would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I gotta say, like he's geeking to be here. Like I ain't gonna lie, like JD5 got so many best friends, bro. Everybody's his best friend. He said he
Everybody.
he said, yeah, that's my best friend and all. I'm like, okay, shit, like damn. So I don't mind it. Nah, we gotta see the other ones. If you got some other ones up this jump, some more realistic ones, I guess. Not AI generated.
I gotta find the what's the name? Give me a second. I'm trying to get these blocks together. There was some ones on Instagram that we collabed with. Here you go. I'm gonna bring it to the screen right now.
JD5 got 100, but nah, he do, bro. He really do. Like this feels collegey to me.
I'm not a fan of the spear. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Nah, I feel like the spear would be cool on the jerseys.
Yeah,
like on the sleeve part, but like the helmet, that just this looks collegey to me. Like this doesn't scream
Seminoles and shit.
Yeah, like this don't scream NFL. Nah, like I'm more so worried about the home and away than the alternates. Like I can do with the battle black that we got now.
Oh yeah, I like these.
They cool, but they collegey to me. I feel like I'm watching Florida State on a Saturday night. Alternate jumps, like put the spear on the sleeve and then maybe rock out with the W on the helmet or something.
Nah, I like the spear on the helmet.
You do?
Yeah, I like it. It's different. Maybe you might have to go like a burgundy, like, but I don't know, like a pop in the face mask, and take that fucking white chin strap off that shit. But I don't like the white numbers either. I would do like the burgundy numbers. I mean, not numbers. I'm sorry, nameplate on the back.
We got another one, Z. I think so. We got the white ones that we did last year. That's probably gonna be home. Away, I don't know. These maybe. But like I don't hate the battle blacks as much as like other people do. The current ones we got. Especially when certain people putting it on, like Mikey and JD5, they look the best in those battle blacks. So I feel like if they could just fix up the helmet, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Take that W off the top.
See if I can find these other jerseys.
So basically the Super Bowl errors are basically a lock to stay for the whites.
Oh yeah, I did see like some burgundy Super Bowl era looking joints. What did I see that at? I feel like me and Reedie was looking at it the other day.
Them, I ain't gonna lie, them like y'all like them. Y'all say y'all like the blacks. I don't really care for them. They all right. They wouldn't be at the top of my list. But I feel like anything is better than. I mean, I used to complain about our old uniforms when we was the Redskins. Like, why we ain't never got no like pizzazz to this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like other teams. So I think I'm probably looking for a little bit more than some just basic, basic shit. So, but I ain't think, like I was saying, I thought I was on the live, but my stuff disconnected. I don't mind that white helmet. It was okay. It wasn't as trash as some of the ones I've seen.
Gotcha. I think this was one of them, Juan.
That's fine. That gives me more. I just see Kirk Cousins when I look at this. I'm not gonna lie, and that pisses me off. That pisses me off.
I like that. That stripe on that helmet. That helmet with the cage, like I think the helmet
put the stripe back on
like
the,
that
on
shit
the pants.
Yeah.
But
it looked like the stripe on the side. It looked like a burgundy stripe with the white in the middle on the side.
The W just pissed me off, man. We need a logo, bro.
The white pants with the stripe too.
We need a real logo, bro. That W just be frying me.
Yeah, that's Bonds.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Them Jones. So now I look back at
any of these metallic fucking. I hate them.
Go to that Chase Young one right quick. Like looking back at it, bro. Looking back at it, them Jones ass, bro. them jerseys suck. Do we even wear them Jones no more? I haven't seen them in a brick. We wore them Jones last year, did we?
Yeah.
So is the phase out this year? Shit.
That unveiling was so ass. Now I look back at it. I used to be like, man, I like the white Jones, bro. Like, nah.
Where them? Did we ever talk about the last time we talked about uniforms? We ever talk about? Remember them color rush janks, them gold janks they had?
Yeah, the gold color rush that we never wore.
We never wore. We only closest thing we got to wearing them was when I bought them on Madden. Like I never seen them.
Facts. Facts.
But yeah, man.
That's it. But yeah, man, we have forgot to remind y'all, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe at the Burgundy Breakdown Wash on YouTube, at TBB, I think it's Wash, at TBB Wash on X. Go, go sub us up, go follow us. We also the Burgundy Breakdown on Instagram. We definitely trying to push all of us have our respective channels, but our respective engagement. We kind of push things over this way. So make sure that y'all, hit the button and sub us up. Also for our individual channels, at Reedie and Zee, at Ballin In Burgundy podcast, at Juan Gotti Talking Sports. Make sure you stay tapped in with us. All of us, we make sure we give you guys the latest and the greatest news all around these commanders that we love. And make sure you stay tuned. Next Wednesday we'll be right back. It's going to be a roasting show. So we're just going to go ahead and get the artwork together for that tonight. And we go from there. But yeah, make sure you tap in with us, and whatever information we see that comes out between here and Wednesday, we'll be sure to keep you guys updated. And we might, if any type of breaking news, we might have to hop on and do an emergency show. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Y'all got anything to add?
Mike say HD Wilson got better uniforms than us. What y'all think about that?
I ain't too big of a Woodson guy. They can have it. You check your text. Sent you the Black Austin. Oh, John said he sent me some.
Well, we could cover that next week if y'all want. Just a little late.
These joints actually look sweet. I'll show them real quick. These actually look sweet. It's from let me just retweet it real quick so it'll be at the top of the X. Hold on 1 second.
On your L shit.
Go ahead. Reedie and Zee X.
We went to Ballou Senior High School, Frank W. Ballou, 4th Street Southeast.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my father one day.
Shout out to Pops. Oh shit, I can't. Well, must not be meant to show these. What?
Pops old school. When he graduated. Like,
we'll show those jerseys next week. Must not be meant. We gotta go through 2 months. But yeah, shout out to Pops.
Yeah,
Blue night, baby.
Yeah.
Big Bad Ballou. Tell him you know some OGs that went to Ballou and played.
Yeah, Ballou. If y'all OG that shit, he might be quadruple OG then.
Go ahead.
He graduated probably like in the 80s.
My uncle went there in the 80s. He probably like 80,
yeah,
80
probably. And then my mother went
like
there. My mother went there in the Costia, so.
Okay, shit, Indian. Southside in the building, though.
Yes.
You honorary Southside, respect.
Nah, I'm as Reedie said, and as I said, man, man, I'm Stephon.
Southside of Clinton.
I can't say that shit. I don't want to be. I don't want to be associated with. I don't want to be so.
He did say that.
I am, but I don't claim it because I'm a Terp, man. I'm a Terp, so I'm gonna stay my ground. I'm gonna stay.
It sound like you about to say, "I'm gonna stay my Maryland ass over here." That's what it sounds like you about to say.
Hey, look, with all due respect, I have to. You know what I'm saying? I got a little sprinkle in. I got a little
that
sprinkle
nigga from Maryland, Mike. MERLIN. Maryland.
Hey, yeah,
Big
I am.
Maryland in the building.
Come on, man. Stephon Diggs, KD, all that. You know what I'm saying? I got a little sprinkle in, though. I got a little sprinkle in. Born there, went to oil, got a little bit of sprinkle, but hey, I ain't gonna claim nothing that I ain't experienced. We Stephon Diggs in it and KD in it over here. Yeah. Can we get Jen? I don't want Juwan Jennings, man. I'm sorry, but
not
I'm sorry. Like it's probably gonna happen, bro. I don't want him, man.
I could have sworn I heard you bring his name up before.
For me?
Yeah, when you was talking about niggas on the market,
listed. It might have listed him as somebody on the market, but I ain't really.
Niggas a switch.
Hey,
Juan, on my mother, I swear I thought I heard you.
Yeah, you might have heard me wrong, though.
I thought I heard this man say Juwan Jennings is a possibility.
If I did say that, it's because I was saying it was a report. Never no Z guy. He is not no Z guy. I don't even know him to be
that. Hey, if this Aiyuk shit ain't a lock, Z, I'm gonna fry his ass on one of these shows. I can't wait. I'm holding that on tuck.
Good.
I'm holding that on tuck. Nah, I say we go get cheated though. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think it's gonna cost what they think it's gonna cost. It's gonna be a 1-year deal. Prove it. Go ahead, come on, help us get over the hump. I would take Cheetah. Cheetah and a draft pick, and I think we'll be all right.
They don't think like us though. They think more realistic. And Cheetah probably, even though he's burnt, he probably still gonna want $20 million or something. Like nobody paying him that.
I don't think he's burnt.
No, I don't think he's gonna want $20 million either.
I don't think he's gonna want $20 million. I think he'll go for like 12.
I say about 15.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we got Tyreek and Aiyuk. Shit. That means we got
Aiyuk and Diami, or Aiyuk and Reek.
Mike funny as shit. Hey,
but that's it, y'all. We are headed out.
Tune in next week. I'm jazzing everything. Yes, I don't care. Tune in next week. John's about to get his ass fired up.
Straight from everybody on the show, starting with Reedie.
Yeah, BTJ is Brian Thomas Jr. But until next week, we'll see y'all. Peace out.
Peace.